Welcome to the world of Roundhouse living steam railways. Let us give you a taste of live steam in the garden and look at just how Roundhouse locomotives are built, tested and perform. Roundhouse have been building locos since 1982, and during that time we have gained an excellent reputation for well-engineered models and first-class service. Built to a scale of 16mm to the foot, our range of engines include both freelance designs and models of actual locomotives, most of which are available for 32 and 45mm gauge track. The firing is by either methylated spirit or gas, and a choice of manual or radio-controlled operation is available. No other scale of model railway can offer as much. The sight and sound of living steam railway in your own garden has a magic all of its own. This large scale lends itself to outdoor running, yet being narrow gauge can be operated in a relatively small space. Roundhouse engines are robustly built, with a real appetite for hard work, so realistic trains can be run, as we see with this Charles Pooter hauling a long train of 8 coaches. We are pleased to welcome visitors to our showroom, where staff are always on hand to give help and advice. Situated near Doncaster Town Centre and only 10 minutes walk from the railway station, we are open Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 5 p.m, and most Saturdays. Browse through our range of home builder parts and accessories, or even test drive a locomotive yourself on our works test track. Demand for our engines has meant that we are rarely able to hold stock, and therefore most locos are built to order and treated individually, though this normally means only a short waiting period. Let's take a look behind the scenes and see just how Roundhouse engines are manufactured. Great care and attention to detail is important at the design stage. With models of actual engines, as much background information as possible is obtained from numerous sources. Wherever possible, copies of original makers' drawings are used as reference. Many hours are spent burning the midnight oil in the research and development of a new model before it can be put into production. Components are manufactured in large quantities on a variety of machine tools, then held in stock to aid quick assembly of individual locomotives. Our own well-equipped machine shop is capable of producing most of the individual parts used in the models. Here we see parts being made for displacement lubricators. Once the machine is set, the bodies come out almost finished in one operation. Most parts are made this way to produce them as quickly as possible. Here, boiler fittings are being milled to shape, ready for silver soldering together. Even the tapping of screw threads is carried out by machine, as thousands of holes have to be tapped. Numerous press tools are used to assist in both the forming of parts to correct shape and for assembly. Bodies are built in batches using photo-etched brass panels, which are formed and then soldered into robust assemblies. These are then sprayed with a special hard-wearing paint capable of withstanding the hard life of a working steam outdoor railway. After spraying, many parts are put together into sub-assemblies, ready for use off the shelf. Once chassis are labelled with details taken from the job card, construction can commence. Basic running gear is assembled, quartered and checked for free running. Cylinders are then added, followed by valve gear, which is set and checked for correct timing before the chassis is tested. Steam is used initially to check running at normal working temperature, followed by a running-in period using compressed air. Once satisfactory running is assured, the boiler and steam fittings are added. At this stage, with this model, radio control equipment is installed, first to the regulator and then to the reversing valve gear. After the roof and gas system have been added, the Loco can receive its first test run under its own steam. Completion as a finished model only takes place after a successful test run. Finishing details are then added and radio receiving equipment is permanently installed. The completed model can now undergo its final test run, where a senior member of staff puts it through its paces, checking for slow, steady running and hauling capacity using our standard test weight of almost a 1/4 hundredweight. Running a Roundhouse Loco is a straightforward operation. Let's first look at a gas-fired fowler. With all the equipment to hand, we are ready to fire it up. First, the boiler is filled with a measured amount of water. Filtered rainwater or distilled water is best, but tap water is okay if you live in a soft water area. Filling is much easier if a syringe is used, and if you use hot water from a kettle, this will speed up the raising of steam. Next, the gas tank is filled with butane gas. Cylinder lubrication is very important, and to take care of this a displacement lubricator is fitted. This should be drained of water and refilled with oil before each run. Only special steam oil should be used. To light the burner, a flame is held over the chimney and the gas valve opened a little until the burner can be heard to ignite. After several minutes, the pressure gauge will start to register, and once 40 psi is reached, the safety valve will lift. We're now ready to go. This model is radio controlled, so can be driven from a distance. Now to a meth-fired Dillon. The water and oil are filled as previously shown. A measured amount of methylated spirit is inserted into the meth tank through the filler tube in the cab doorway. The burner is lit, this time from beneath the engine, and provision of a lighting up bay, as on this railway, makes life much easier. External lubrication is as important as cylinder lubrication and should be carried out at regular intervals. This is a manually operated Dillon with slip eccentric valve gear, the direction being set by moving the locomotive one turn of the wheels in the desired direction. Speed is controlled by a regulator handle in the cab. Now sit back and let us take you for a ride around the garden. On the garden lines shown here, the railways have been created to blend in with their surroundings, although two different methods of construction have been used. One being laid at ground level and the other mainly on a raised track bed. The clever use of plants and shrubs adds interest and reality to the railways. Your designs needn't be elaborate, but with a little planning and forethought, even the smallest garden can be brought to life, giving enjoyment to all the family. To add extra interest and railway atmosphere to your garden line, we offer a selection of line-side accessories in kit form. Engines are available for both 32 or 45mm gauge, and several have dual gauge capability, where the wheels are quickly adjusted for either track. Customers are encouraged to collect and test drive their locomotives, but for those who are unable to collect, we offer an efficient mail order service. All models are securely packed and fully insured. We hope this has shown a little of what Roundhouse has to offer and the appeal of a garden railway. If you do need any further information, we are always pleased to help. Happy steaming!